Hi, this is Shankar, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science and Engineering. In this video lecture, we are going to discuss about the introduction to mobile ecosystem and mobile platforms. Let us see about the introduction to mobile ecosystem. Mobile ecosystem is a collection of multiple devices, software, companies, and the process by which data is transferred or shared by a user from one device to another device or by the device itself based on some programs. Data sharing can be done between devices of the same operating systems or different operating systems. For example, the data may be shared from iPhone to Windows Phone or from iOS to Android or Android to Android. So we can know that clearly the data sharing may done between the devices of the same operating system or different operating systems. Data can be also shared between multiple devices with the same operating system of the same manufacturer. For example, if you consider Apple iOS systems, the data may be shared from iPhone to iPad or iPad to iPad or iPod to TV or iPod to laptop, which contains the same iOS operating systems. Generally, the mobile ecosystem has a system of layers. Each layer is reliant on the other to create seamless end-to-end experience. So the layers are the service layer, application framework layer, OS layer, platform layers, device layers, aggregator layers, network layers, and operator layers. So these are the layers of the mobile ecosystems. Next, let us see the platforms, mobile platforms. The mobile platforms' primary duty is to provide access to the devices to run software and services on each of these devices, platform or a core programming language in which all of software is written is needed. Generally, the platforms are categorized in three types. One is licensed, next proprietary, and the other one is open source. Let us see one by one in detail. First, licensed. The licensed platforms are sold to device makers for non-exclusive distribution on devices. The goal for the licensed platforms are to create a common platform of development application programming interface that works similarly across multiple devices with the least possible effort required to adopt for device differences, although this is hardly reality. Some of the examples given for licensed platforms. They are Java Micro Edition, Binary Runtime Environment for Wireless, Windows Mobile, and Limo. The Java Micro Edition is the most predominant software platform of any kind of mobile ecosystem. Also, it is a licensed subset of Java platform, and it provides a collection of Java APIs for development of software for resource constrained devices. And next, binary runtime environment for wireless. It is also a licensed platform. It's created by Qualcomm for mobile devices, mostly for the US market. It is an interface independent platform that runs a variety of application frameworks like C or C++, Java, and Flashlight. And next one is Windows Mobile. Windows Mobile is also a licensable and compact version of Windows operating system, combined with the suite of basic applications for mobile devices that is based on the Microsoft Win32 API. The next one is Limo. Limo is Linux-based mobile platform created by Limo Foundation. Although Linux is open source, and Limo is a licensed mobile platform used for mobile devices. Limo includes SDKs for creating Java native or mobile web applications using WebKit browser frameworks. And the next one is proprietary. Proprietary platforms are designed and developed by device makers for use on their devices. They are not available for use by competing device makers. And also the examples for proprietary platforms are Palm, BlackBerry, and iPhone. Palm uses three different proprietary platforms. The first and most recognizable is the Palm OS platform based on C or C++ programming language. This was initially developed for the Palm pilot line, but is now used in low-end smartphones, such as Centro Line. As Palm moved into higher-end smartphones, they started using Windows mobile-based platform for devices like the Tereo line. The most recent platform is called as WebOS. It is based on WebKit browser framework and is used in Preline. The next one is BlackBerry. It Research in Motion maintains their own proprietary Java-based platform used exclusively by their BlackBerry devices. Next one is iPhone. Apple uses a proprietary version of Mac OS X as a platform for their iPhone and iPod Touch line of devices, which is used on Unix. The next one is open source. Open source platforms are mobile platforms that are freely available for users to download, alter, and edit. Open source mobile platforms are newer and slightly controversial, but they are increasingly gaining traction with device makers and developers. Android is one of these platforms. It is developed by Open Handset Alliance, which is spreadhead by Google. The alliance seeks to develop an open source mobile platform based on Java programming language. Few example has been listed, or that is Android. So let us see what is open source, because I said open source is an example for uh, Android is an example for open source. Also, it is freely available with the users may download and they may alter and edit. So what is open source? Open source software is a software with source code that anyone can inspect, modify, and enhance. Source code is the part of the software that most computer users don't ever see. It's the code computer programmers can manipulate to change how a piece of software, a program, or application works. Programmers who have access to a computer program's source code can improve that program by adding features to it or fixing parts that don't always work correctly. Thank you for watching this lecture series.